I have the privilege now of talking to Michele Norsa, the Chief Executive Officer of Salvatore Ferragamo, who is here in Cannes today. Thank you very much for seeing us and speaking to us.
Thank you, it's
Michele.
a pleasure.
We were just talking about the travel retail market and the opportunity for building brands in travel retail. Maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your overall plans for the sector.
Certainly, with a great pleasure. You know, I'm very passionate about airports and I think I am a good expert both in terms of travelers and in terms of business operator, and as a company we are probably leading the luxury industry in number of location and number of airports, and we keep expanding and working on the profile of travelers, customers looking for international airport, also going out of a normal if you want path, and also taking some risks, opening some challenges if you want, and always very pleased to be in a special place where people really can be contacted and can be involved, I think, in the brand spirit.
Right. And you're touching and working in several categories within luxury goods. Which is the category you're seeing most dynamic growth at the moment?
But I would say it was quite natural to have ties in the airports, and because it's probably the easiest to carry, was natural to have sunglasses and then belts, small leather goods. I think what is surprising is the potential of shoes. So when we were able to start having shoes in a larger store in the airport, it was really booming. And in Asia, even more, because people are really able to buy a pair of shoes in a very short time, just a few minutes.
Yeah.
People know the sizes. We have different widths, so we have the opportunity to sell very comfortable and very well-known shoes. And this is really what makes a difference. Is our USP.
And your service is fantastic. I know from first-hand experience when you're traveling around in your stores, you spend a lot of time educating your staff?
Not enough.
Okay.
I would say that this is of course a big challenge, also because the travelers are changing. So if you see the profile by nation, by age, by way of traveling, alone or in group, by low cost or in normal price, is changing so fast that we really need to have even more training. We try. Image-wise, some of the locations are not really up to the best stores in Bond Street or New Montaigne, but we are trying very hard. And I think service is fundamental, languages, and of course the Chinese are becoming the dominating in terms of language, and
yes,
that will be, of course, what we need for the future.
Fantastic. And when you travel around, obviously you travel an extreme amount. Which other brands do you see doing great work with the consumers that you think is aspirational for your business?
But I say in the airport business, of course, we look to our competitors or the benchmarks, and of course we see Burberry, we see Hermes, we see Zegna. These are companies with whom we share space very often. And then, of course, I'm also interested in looking where, like in Spain, I was recently, you see the lowest brand like Zara, like H&M being in the airport, Desigual. So brands, so it shows you can run business at different levels, but you can really attract a fashion customer in the airport, which is fundamental.
Great. And we talked a lot this week about it being a more challenging environment at the moment. How is business for you, and are you happy with the numbers that you're currently seeing?
But I must say that in the airport business and the travel business, we are still very happy, because if you look at the numbers, the global numbers are still growing 5-6%. I don't know, is the August rates more or less. There is a big effort to be done, I think, to direct people to inside the airports, because even as a traveler, very often I don't know exactly where I'm going from one terminal to another, where the boutiques are, or where you have an opportunity. So I think we will have opportunity in giving a passenger more time to shop, so speeding security control, giving a priority card, things which allow people who want to spend money in the airport to spend more. And the second thing, I think, will be directing people inside the airport. There is so much time and energy spent around, going around, missing opportunity. And I think we are all interested, and people want to spend time. So I think that the potential is in the numbers. Even the growth generated by low-cost airlines is a positive growth. You don't say that I travel low cost very often in Europe, but I have spending power, which is definitely interesting for all the brands. I'm somebody who spends in the airport, family. So I think that we have to look to new categories, and there are immense opportunities.
Michele, I think that's a great analogy, and the fact that people would be prepared to travel EasyJet but then have more money to spend on your shoes has to be a great thing for your category.
Absolutely, is what I suggest to everybody.
And if I ask you one last question, as we look to the next 12 months, what are your key priorities for global travel retail?
I think we are looking to new destinations, to new locations where we are not. For example, we'll be opening in Helsinki, which is a very interesting airport in terms of international intercontinental flights. We have openings in Asia, of course, is extending in some of big nations like China. We have a network of airport store, duty free and duty paid, which is really important. I think we are almost at 20 airports, and what I consider also a very good, very positive is the United States improvement of some airports. We already have extended stores in Atlanta, in Los Angeles, but I see most of the Kennedys improving, and I think Vancouver will be a great opportunity because for Canada. So I see that the travel retail, which was a little depressed in the United States, confined together with the food and the small machines, which is not the ideal environment, has an opportunity and is given more space. Plus, we have to keep focus on the big hubs. So I'm talking about from Istanbul to Dubai to Singapore, to the airports which are hubs, and invest much more in terms of giving comfort and convenience and services to the passengers. So these will be very important partners. And I think in the industry we have excellent partners. I think the top companies are really very good companion for the road we have to go.